and we discussed the role 1 and role 2. I mean, which are developer we discussed, and the end user, business user, business accountant. These we discussed, sir.
Okay. I just ask you to just have a look and understand the difference between SAP ECC and SAP S4 HANA. Did
Yes,
you
sir. You asked, sir.
did you get a chance to look at?
Yes, sir.
Just go on.
SAP ECC is run on the third party system, accounting system, third party, and whereas SAP S4 HANA, it is run on the SAP HANA memory, like in memory database.
Hmm. Good. What else?
Only that, sir. I found only the difference.
Okay.
And also, SAP S4 HANA is the latest one,
Mm-hmm.
whereas SAP ECC has become the outdated.
Okay. Outdated in a sense when it is going to be now outdated.
2027.
Okay, very good. Hmm.
Yes, sir, only these two I know.
Okay. Okay. So recap was good and so perfect. The thing is, I could be more happy if you would have talked about little more on other functional models also. So you have controlling, you said FI, you said that is your core models, right?
Yes, sir.
And I see you getting confused with not talking controlling and management accounting. Both are same. Okay. The only
Yes,
the
sir.
word difference you can either call controlling or a management accounting. It refers to your CO module. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next, what is mean by SAP ECC then? What is the full form of SAP ECC? SAP you told already.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
ECC means what?
SAP ERP
E,
uh, co-
correct.
central component.
Correct. Yes, it is a central component. Now let's talk about what is SAP S4 HANA.
Business suite for SAP business suite for HANA.
Business suite for.
High performance analytical.
Okay.
High performance analytical.
Hmm.
Uh,
You can read in Google and tell me, no issue.
no, sir. I actually noted it down. I will say it,
Okay.
sir. High performance analytic
Hmm.
appliance.
Okay. As in a sense, simplified. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Four in a sense, fourth generation. We are in a fourth generation of ERP. Okay.
Yes, sir.
For SAP ECC, we have a name R3, right? Whenever if anybody is calling R3 system, you think default they're talking about SAP ECC system, not a S4 HANA system. Got it?
Yes, sir.
So what is mean by R? We've discussed already. R in a sense, real time processing. Three in a sense, three tiers, right?
Yes, sir.
What are the three tiers? Database, application, server, right?
Yes, sir.
So when it was started, SAP ECC, when it was started back in 1972, it's a German company, right?
Yes, sir.
SAP SC German. If you have money, you can buy their shares. Okay, it is listed as SAP SC German.
Yes,
Okay, so in a market, including SAP, there are other ERP applications also, right?
sir.
you should understand what is your competitor also in a market. Can you tell me a few, let's say one or two other ERP application names?
Tally,
Very good.
Oracle,
Very good.
only these two I know, sir.
That is fine. At least you should understand the reality because you are a student, right?
Yes, sir.
What is happening in a organization you should know. Okay, good. So then now tell me, why is it become a famous, most famous in a world? All the MNCs would like to have this application only for their business. Why?
Because it made their works easier.
Very good.
The software that they bought in is the latest one, and
Mm-hmm.
it help like no manual work is needed. No cost also will be incurred by them.
Oh, so you are giving a little benefit in a sense. What are the common things could benefit the organization? You are telling, right?
Yes, sir.
So basically, so you have to put your manual efforts. That is for sure. Whatever application you buy, it has a more capabilities or functionalities you could say. And you say it's a cost wise manageable. No, it's a huge cost. Okay, application cost is huge. SAP application cost. It's in millions and billions. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And the other thing is sustainability. Looking at the enterprise requirements, it has more capabilities. That is where everybody, and you can say security wise, you can talk. Nobody can hack this. Okay. A real time data replication will be there. You can sit in a world anywhere and you can process the data. I can sit anywhere as a MD, I can see all the data, what is happening in my organization in a one go. Okay, that is the beauty of as there are a lot to talk about that. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now 1972 it is started. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So in 1972 it has started as a R1 system. R1. So they were failed initially. 17 to 80 years they were failed. Failed in a sense, nobody is buying their product. They are going, we have a ERP SAP and can you buy it? Nobody is buying. So they got a breakthrough in 1993. They have succeeded in 1993 with the R3 system. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So they have application. Application is nothing but SAP, and they have a service. Service is basically to differentiate your systems, and the database is a key thing. Whatever data you process in your business, you have to store, right?
Yes, sir.
Why you have to store? There is a retention policies in audit also. If auditor might come and ask you, hey, I want your last 5 years data. I want to visit, or else I want last 10 years data. Right? You cannot say only I maintain the current fiscal year data. I don't have a previous fiscal year data. Nobody accepted, right?
Yes, sir.
So looking at these all things, everything is fit in R3 line. So R3 became famous and they got a more popularity in the market and everybody was started buying it. And it goes to the number one place in the market as a ERP. Okay, in 1993. So in every software application, as you are coming into software industry, think that whatever knowledge you have today is not sufficient in a market. You have to enhance your skills. You have to always understand. Let's say you are an SAP. Always, let's say not every minute or every month or every 3 months, nothing will happen drastically. But there is a little changes might come if you're using a same system, let's say, you will be out in a market, right? You have to be updated.
Yes, sir.
So look at the mobile trend. When I was kid, maybe I used to see Nokia. Then slowly Android has come, right?
Yes, sir.
In Android, there are many versions, and nowadays iPhone is trending, and nobody is caring about money, right?
Yes, sir.
So everything is digitalized and artificial intelligence and machine learning. There are a lot of terminology in the market. Why it is? Because people are looking really drastically looking forward and they want more and more. And maybe future missions has to think and they has to do work. We have to sit ideally and we can enjoy our life. That's all. No? It is going to happen. So, in simple thing, you have to always be ready for changes. If you're an accountant, you know debit and credit, you are happy. If you are a tax consultant, obviously in India there will be a lot of changes every year. In every quarter also there will be changes in your direct tax or indirect tax, whatever,
Yes,
right?
sir. Yes,
What
sir.
they'll do to support the market, they'll always read and they'll understand the new concept, right?
Yes, sir.
Likewise, in IT also, if you're supporting any application, you have to be ready for their modifications also. If they do some modification, you have to learn and be ready. That's all. Okay?
Yes,
It's
sir.
not that big deal. It's easy only, but it will be a no trend how it goes. Okay, that is the reason they've started in 1972. They got a failure. They redesigned their application. With the redesign only, they got to sell in 1993 as a R3 system. After 1993 also, still they used to do their upgrades based on the market requirements, looking at the trends, looking at the competitors. They keep on do R&D, right? Research
Yes,
and
sir.
development in their application. So they're keep on doing, and maybe in 2006 they've introduced SAP ECC 6.0 version. What is that? 6.0 or a O?
Yes, sir.
6.0 version they were introduced in 2006. After that, so every year they'll bring some patches, some upgrades, and looking at the market. Let's say in India, I need a TDS report, different. Maybe in Germany, I need a one indirect tax report, something like that. There could be n number of changes or requirements. Looking at the world, you don't always think only alone in India. Okay,
Yes, sir.
so we are dealing with the multiple countries because the clients who buy this SAP application is for a global use purpose, not a limited purpose. Okay.
Yes, sir.
That is the reason he was taking care of all the country requirements and he is doing upgrades and he is remodeling his application. So if anybody asks you what is the latest version in SAP ECC, you should say SAP ECC was the last updated version, which was introduced in 2006, and in 60 also there is a EHP versions, EHP 8 made available from 2016. That's all. This is the last upgrade. And in ECC 6.0, EHP 8 introduced in 2016, that was the last upgrade, or you can say whatever, in SAP ECC. After that, they've started putting their efforts in SAP ECC and they've switched into SAP S4 HANA. They came to here and they've introduced selling license from 2015 onwards. They've started selling from 2015. Let's say if you have a new product, do you invest money or efforts in a old system?
No, sir.
All right, not at all.
Yes, sir.
Now let's understand why there is a change. This is also SAP. This is also SAP, but this is a ECC. This is a S4HANA. What made SAP to take this decision? Let's understand. Okay.
Yes, sir.
You said something about it's a third party application and HANA is a S4HANA is a HANA. You said right.
Yes, sir.
What was that third party? Can you little more elaborate in SAP ECC if you remember?
I actually did not understand the third party. What does it mean, sir?
Okay, no problem. I'll tell you. Okay,
Yes, sir.
SAP only provides its application. That's all. Got it?
Yes, sir.
SAP is a software application. Like in your mobile, you have a Book My Show, you have a Swiggy, you have a Zomato, right?
Yes, sir.
So likewise, SAP also a one software application. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So this application purpose is to fulfill enterprise needs. That's all. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So now see in SAP, whatever data we process for your business or my business for anybody business, it has to process a lot of data, right?
Yes, sir.
vendor data, customer data, asset data, maybe tax data, maybe plant data, whatever data in a sense, an organization. These are the terminology data we call it as. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So the data will be processed in a sense. They'll post invoices, they'll make a payments, they'll receive a payments. Everything will be done. That data will store somewhere, right?
Yes,
Where it
sir.
is stored? Data will be stored in a database, right?
Yes, sir.
Database support from the third parties. SAP don't have their own database. Got it?
Yes, sir.
SAP only selling their application. If Tata Motors approaches SAP, they have a negotiation, and Tata Motors asks, I have business in this wide range. I'm doing operations from these many countries. In business line also, I have a manufacturing, I have IT services, I have in a manufacturing also. There are different kinds of manufacturing I do. They have a discussion, and I have this much manpower, this many plants I have. Tell me how much price you are offering. Maybe SAP quote, give me $10 million. Okay, I'll fulfill all the requirement. I'll sell you my product. So again, he has to select how many modules he want to buy. Okay, based on his business, let's say SAP has a 20 modules or 30 modules or 100 modules. In a sense, enterprise requirement, let's say for medical, let's say pharmaceutical business, need a separate kind of structure. Let's say construction business need a separate kind of structure. But core business is business only, business operations, sectional reporting, everything fine. But for a few industries, specific requirements are needed, right? Specific functionalities you need to develop and sell. Otherwise, it's not fit for them, right?
Yes, sir.
So looking at these discussions based on that, how many applications must and should everybody need F5 module, right? They cannot escape F5 module. Why? Ultimately, they have to get the external reports and they have to submit for a tax departments at the fiscal year end. If you
Yes.
miss that, you are not legally doing a business, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
FI is mandatory. And also, I want to understand my business internally how it is doing good or bad. So I need a controlling module, right?
Yes, sir.
Likewise, materials everybody has. So based on that, they'll come to one price. Let's say we say it's a 4 million or a 3 million USD. They've agreed, and SAP is agreed to sell this product to Tata Motors. Again, what Tata Motors has to do is SAP is only selling a application. That's all. Again, to process and store the data, Tata Motors has to go to third party database providers in the market. Maybe application cost is maybe 5 millions. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Tata Motors paid 5 millions and he took a license. Maybe license is for 1 year. Every year he has to do a renewal. That is how it works. Next, for database providers in the market. You know anybody
No,
uh,
sir.
in the market? So Oracle is a big database provider in the market. You know Oracle company, right?
Yes, sir.
They provide database, and DB2, Microsoft, IBM. Okay,
Yes, sir.
these are the top database providers. Now, what Tata Motors will do is he'll reach to Oracle, maybe DB2, maybe he reach four of them, and he'll say, "Hey, I just bought SAP application for my business. So I need a database. Can you connect your database to SAP application so that my data will be secured in your database? How much you need a quotation? You just give me your quotation. If your price is okay, then I'll go with you. Again, we'll have a contract. Maybe Oracle said, "Hey, give me 1 million." or a 1.5 million every year. I'll manage your data securely. Data cannot be erased. Data should be secure. It should not be hacked. I'll take care of everything. You just give me 1.5 million every year. So let's say what has to do? He has to pay 1.5 million to 1.5 million to Oracle, right?
Yes,
Now,
sir.
what is the cost of a product? If you want to install SAP, you have to buy applications separately from SAP. Again, you have to go to third party. You have to negotiate a database, right?
Yes, sir.
So if you want to buy a car, what you do? You just go to a showroom, okay? You pay it and you buy it and you bring it, you drive it, right?
Yes, sir.
Let's say in this case, what is happening is you go and buy a car, maybe engine from somebody, go to somebody and buy a tires and fix it. Okay, how do you feel? Little uncomfortable, right?
Yes, sir.
You have to manage something with SAP. You have to manage and have a discussion with Oracle. So to meet somebody and talk to somebody in real time in organizations, in a corporates, it's a matter of time and money. Okay, it's not just that talking is easy. Talking is very critical thing. You need a time, they need a time, right?
Yes, sir.
You have to compromise something to meet him. He has to compromise something to meet you. And again, you need to finally pay extra, right? You are
Yes,
doing
sir.
double. So it is not that SAP is a good product, that is okay. But to get this enabled to my organization, I have this much struggles. Struggles in the sense, a cost is very high, and managing two people in a organization is very important. Like in SAP, is something going wrong. Your business people has to reach SAP to rectify that or no to understand that issue from SAP. Got it?
Yes, sir.
So you reach SAP, SAP say, hey, everything is fine in application. Maybe something is wrong with the database. You connect with the database provider. Then what you do? You get irritated. Again, you have to go to Oracle for a concern. Then Oracle will say, hey, our database is fine. You just check with SAP, they'll say, right?
Yes, sir.
What you do in between, you just fed up, right?
Yes, sir.
Then you'll have everybody into a meeting and you discuss and get the issue fixed. How much time it will waste? It's waste lot of time, right?
Yes, sir.
By looking at this problem, let's say out of 10 customers in a market, customer in a sense, whenever I call a customer, you think that is a multinational company. It can be anything you name it. Mr. Benz, Ashok Leyland, maybe Tata Motors, whatever you name it. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Out of 10 customers, maybe 7 customers are going with this approach. 3 customers, maybe here and there, they thought, hey, why I need a headache with application one person and database one person. I need a more manpower to manage this, and I don't want that. And also, cost is very high. Maybe I'll buy some other application. Maybe I'll buy Oracle ERP application. Maybe JD Edwards, whatever is convenient for me, I'll go, but I'll not buy SAP application. So with this, what is happening is SAP is losing their business in a market somewhat. However, they are at top. Maybe they are not getting a more margins or a more revenue because of this reason, right?
Yes, sir.
Then they started thinking it, and in 2000, and also SAP thought because of our product, data providers are getting revenue and they are getting benefited, right?
Yes, sir.
We are giving some business, maybe 30% or 40% of a business. We are giving to database providers. Simply, they are connecting to our application and they are enjoying profits, right?
Yes, sir.
Then SAP recruited somebody and they formed a team in 2010 and they've asked them, hey, let's have our own database for our application. Don't depend on others. You guys start developing it. They have started research and development and they have put lot of efforts. And by 2015, they're ready with their own database. Okay. SAP own database, we call it as HANA. Okay.
Yes, sir.
By 2015, they've introduced their own database. They named it as HANA. And anyway, we are in a fourth generation. They've named it as SAP S4 HANA. Got it?
Yes, sir.
It's a HANA. HANA in a sense market. If people don't know about SAP background, they don't understand what is the difference between SAP and SAP S4 HANA. You understand now, you should be clear. S4 HANA in a sense, their own database is HANA. HANA application runs in SAP own database, not with the third party databases. Got it?
Yes, sir.
ECC can run in any database. It can run in Oracle database. It will run in DB2. It will run in Microsoft, IBM. If ECC customers want to run their database in HANA, that is possible still. ECC application can also run in database of HANA. Okay, because that is also their product, right?
Yes, sir.
But HANA only runs in SAP database, HANA database only. S4 HANA application runs in HANA database only. It will not connect to any other database. You remember this. This is a main important thing. And from 2015 onwards, if anybody reaches SAP and they ask for a license of SAP, they said we have we have stopped selling SAP ECC license. From then onwards, we have started selling SAP S4 HANA application. We have a database also. And looking at the price also, this is more reliable. You don't need to separately go for any database separately. Everything we give, maybe we can give for a 4 million. 4 million. Everything is 4 million now. Now, what everybody will do? Everybody will buy SAP S4 HANA, right? HANA
Yes,
only,
sir.
right? They'll not think about SAP ECC. Now, let's say you said SAP ECC is going to end by 2027. That is right. End by SAP already introduced. They've already told. Okay, the SAP already informed everybody, all the customers. Customers in the sense, currently,
MNCs.
currently MNC companies who all already bought this SAP ECC application and using in a market. For them, SAP told, hey, look, 2027 is the last date. After that, I will not support anything for your SAP ECC application. If you wish to continue in SAP, you migrate your system from SAP ECC to SAP S4 HANA, or else you buy new SAP S4 HANA license from me and you start using it. But after 2027, don't ask me anything about SAP ECC. Now let's spend some time to understand what is mean by support. What he said he'll not support after 2027. So simple example is if you buy a product from me, okay,
Yes, sir.
maybe I'm selling a vehicle. You buy a vehicle from me. So you have a engineer also. Maybe you have a mechanic. You have a everybody. You have a garage. If any problem, they'll rectify their self only, and you are happily riding it. Maybe due to some unknown reason, it has stopped all of a sudden, and your the technician tried to fix it. He could not able to do it. Right?
Yes, sir.
What do you do in that point in time?
Then we'll go to the other person.
Other person could not able to fix it. Then what do you do?
I'll take a new one, sir.
No, 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 no. What you have to do is, so who sold you the bike or a vehicle? I sold you, right? I am
Yes,
the
sir.
manufacturer, right?
Yes, sir.
If your product has some defect, means if nobody is able to fix it, that is okay. But manufacturer could not say, hey, I don't know how to fix it, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What you will come, he will come to me, hey, I bought a product from you, it's not working. Can you just fix it? You have a right to ask, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So you come to me and you ask me, I have experts who designed it and who build it. They can understand the problem easily. They'll fix it and they'll give you back. You can use it again, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes or no? So that
Yes,
is
sir.
that same way. If I am using SAP ECC application for my business, due to unknown reason, SAP application is not working. My entire business is halted. In a sense, no business operation is happening. However, I have a SAP consultants. I have a senior most SAP consultants who know it better. Sometimes they cannot also fix the problems, right?
Yes,
There
sir.
could be a bad situation, not every day, maybe once in 5 years, maybe once in 10 years, something might happen, right? We are not the
Yes.
gods, right? So
Yes, sir.
everybody has a limitation in their learning. So in that cases, if I have some problem in SAP ECC, everybody up their hands, then I don't have any other choice. I definitely have to reach SAP only, right?
Yes, sir.
Who sold product to me? Hey, last 1 hour my business is stopped. SAP is not working, not at all responding. Can you fix it immediately? As I bought a product from you. Then SAP, what they'll do, they'll understand, they'll take all the information from you, what is happening, what is not happening, and they'll charge you hourly. Remember, they'll charge you hourly. It's a huge amount they'll charge. If you reach a SAP for a help, they'll charge hourly dollars only. Okay, it's a huge amount only. They'll assign few consultants, let's say 5 people or 10 people to rectify this issue. For every person, they'll charge hourly. If my business is halting and nothing is happening, I am ready to pay, right? I
Yes,
cannot
sir.
say. So I'm okay to pay. You send me consultants, experts, you send me and fix the problem. They'll fix it, right? And
Yes,
your
sir.
business will resume and it will start working. That support SAP told till 2027 only I'll support. After that, still you want to go with SAP and you want to use the application, don't ask me for any help. Manage yourself only. Got it?
Yes, sir.
That is where support ends by 2027. Look, by 2027, if SAP is going to end, SAP ECC is going to end, everybody has their own, let's say, strategies, right? You have your own strategy. Everybody has their own strategies, right?
Yes, sir.
Until shrink the ship, nobody waits, right? Everybody will jump, they'll see the alternatives and they'll get out of the ship, which is going to shrink, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, look, now we are in 2023, right?
Yes, sir.
Mostly before 2 years, at least before 1 year, every multinational company currently who are using SAP, they'll switch to SAP S4 HANA as soon as possible. You don't believe me? There are many companies, many organizations, still they are running an SAP ECC. All of a sudden, everybody needs to switch to SAP S4 HANA. If they want to do it, they need a people who know SAP S4 HANA before, right?
Yes, sir.
There are wide range of opportunities which will come or there also currently in a market. So that is the reason you have to learn SAP S4 HANA and be ready for the opportunities you have in a market. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Now let's talk about, okay, sir, the SAP is same and SAP ECC and SAP S4 HANA. Only database is the difference, right?
Yes, sir.
So maybe if I complete a course 2023, maybe I start working in a 2023 mid of year. Okay, I might a chance to get a project in SAP ECC also, right?
Yes, sir.
Because 2027 is the deadline. Till then, SAP ECC is also live, right?
Yes, sir.
So am I able to work in SAP ECC if I learn SAP S4 HANA? You might get this concern, right?
Yes, sir.
In a market, most of the people don't know what is SAP ECC, what is SAP S4 HANA, what to learn, what to not learn. Okay,
Sir.
keep everything aside. You can learn SAP ECC, SAP S4 HANA. It doesn't make any sense. Okay,
Yes,
but
sir.
the thing is, looking at the SAP S/4HANA, they've enhanced their database, right? Purely they worked on their database, right?
Yes, sir.
Including database. Database is the one part in SAP S/4HANA. The second part is SAP Fiori. Fiori is GUI, graphical user interface. Nothing but in your mobile, you have a theme, right? In a theme, you have application. If you don't like the theme, you change one more theme, right?
Yes, sir.
Likewise, it's like visualization. What is appearing to your eyes, we call it as a graphical user interface. Let's say in old application, the screen is different. In new application, the screen is little posh in a sense. It's a attractively. It's a you feel to work in that application. It will be like that. And other thing is, this application you will not monitor in any devices, let's say mobile or a tab. If you are a traveling, if you are a traveling, maybe you are a procurement manager. You are traveling to maybe USA or going maybe any other country or going. If you are a manager, there are some proposals you need to review and you need to approve, right?
Yes, sir.
Unless you land to the country and you reach your hotel or maybe premises, until you open a laptop and connect to the network and open SAP application, then only you approve or reject something, right?
Yes, sir.
But with SAP S/4HANA, you can access the your job roles through mobile also, through iPad also. You can install this with your access while traveling also. You can perform your work. That is possible with SAP S/4HANA. Got it?
Yes, sir.
So that is not there in SAP ECC. Nowadays, everything is on mobile, right?
Yes, sir.
That is where we call it as SAP Fiori. Fiori, you will hear a lot in a market. Fiori, in a sense, it's a GUI, new GUI, graphical user interface. Look and feel is different. So I'll show you. First, you need to understand what is there in SAP ECC, how it looks, and what in S4 and how Fiori is look like. Okay,
Yes, sir.
that is second thing. The other thing is few simplified. Are you concentrating?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Otherwise, no use, right? Okay. Why it's coming this? And also, how good are you in Excel and then Word? Hmm?
Sir?
How good are you in Excel and Word, MS Word?
No, sir. I don't know.
That is must need. Once you join in any company, as accountant also you need that. Okay.
MS Word, sir?
MS Word, MS Excel, the both are very important. Okay.
Yes, sir.
System knowledge is needed. Basic system knowledge is much needed. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So now looking at the simplified processes in a sense, there are few challenges in SAP ECC. Let's say in FI module we have some challenges. In CO module we have some challenges. In MM, in every module they have some challenges. Challenges in a sense, something could be better if it could work little more. It could be better. That no, thinking was there in SAP ECC. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Anyway, I am rebuilding my application. Okay, why can't I fix the existing issues and give more flexible options, more functionalities to my application in each module? With that thought, what they've done is in FI there are new things, in CO there are new things. I'm telling new things only, not removed old things. I'm not telling. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Whatever functionalities you have in SAP ECC for FI module, all functionalities you have in SAP S4HANA. Whatever functionalities you have for controlling, the same functionalities you have here also. Same functionalities in a sense. Let's say here I have a car, this is a car, this is a car. Here I have a 5 gears, here also I have a 5 gears. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Here it is giving mileage 20, maybe here it is giving 22. So it's a better version. In a sense, there is something has done in a system to give you 2 kilometers extra mileage, right?
Yes, sir.
Likewise, they've added little more features, extra features in SAP S4 HANA. Now tell me, if you learn SAP S4 HANA, in a sense, it has all the syllabus of SAP ECC and extra what is there also you will cover in SAP S4 HANA. If you
Yes.
learn SAP ECC, your knowledge is limited to SAP ECC only. You don't know what is HANA, you don't know what is Fiori, you don't know what are the simplified processes in SAP S4 HANA. So if you learn SAP ECC, you are not 100%, right?
Yes,
You are
sir.
only 70% or 80%, maybe 90%, but not 100%, right?
Yes, sir.
But if you learn SAP S4 HANA, you are complete 100%. You can work in SAP S4 HANA system, you can work in SAP ECC system also, right?
Yes, sir.
Because it has all features of ECC, extra features you have, right?
Yes,
That
sir.
is a simple answer. Everybody has to learn SAP S4 HANA now to make their life easier. They can understand as ECC, they can understand S4 HANA. Any project it comes, it doesn't matter, right? You are ready
Yes,
to
sir.
work in both the applications. Applications are same. Maybe functionalities you are ready to work. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, whatever we discussed today, I'm sure I'll ask tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, done. Now we'll see one by one what is database, what is Fiori, simplified processes. We'll see one by one in a system. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now in organizations, let's say if you join in any job, so how the process will be? Do you know what will happen? Also, do you think?
We
Let's
will
say
give our CV and resume.
you give your resume. Okay, I'll conduct the interviews. Maybe I'll take interview as I need a FSCO consultant. If you're good enough, I'll select you. Then what happens next?
What happens, sir?
Hmm. You should understand. Let's say you got a job from Tata Consultancy. What do you think? What are you going to do? As for you, currently, with your knowledge, tell me, you got a job in Tata Consultant. Let's say I have a job in Wipro. You tell me what I am doing here.
Teaching.
Teaching. No, teaching is my hobby. It's my passion. I am a consultant, right? I'm a solution architect. I do solution to the customers. What do you think? What I do daily? For whom I work? I've joined in Wipro. Wipro is paying salary to me. Then what do you think? What is my job here?
I exactly don't know, sir, what will happen inside.
Okay. So IT providers in a sense. Let's say you have Tata, TCS, okay? You have Infosys, you have a Wipro, you have many companies, you have Dell, you have KPMG. I guess you know KPMG, right?
No, sir, I don't know.
E&Y, Deloitte, PwC. You don't know these companies.
I don't know only KPMG, sir.
Okay. Okay, let's say these are a few examples of IT providers, right? Let's
Sir.
say you join in a Tata consultancy, TCS. TCS will offer you some salary and you start working. Do you think you work for TCS?
Yes, sir.
Let's say any company. If you got any job in ENY, you work for ENY, you think?
Yes.
No, that is not the correct. What will happen in a real time is, let's say TCS has a contracts with customers. Customers in a sense, Tata consultancy, what they do, they are the IT providers. IT in the sense, information and technology providers in multiple technologies. No, they have a skilled people. They'll recruit, let's say in SAP, who has a knowledge. In SAP also there are multi things. FI who has a knowledge. CO who has a knowledge. They'll recruit and they'll give a salary to you. But TCS don't use you for their work. Their work is limited. What they do, they'll recruit a people and they'll have a contracts with other customers. Okay, to help them out, they'll ask you, hey, you go and work with maybe GMR Construction. Let's say TCS has signed a contract with GMR Construction. GMR Construction by SAP application and they want to implement it for their business. They cannot implement directly. What they'll do, GMR Construction, they'll reach to all IT providers in the market, all MNCs. It will ask for a quotations. Who give a best price? GMR will have a contract with them. Maybe in this case, GMR has a contract with TCS for SAP application implementation. In this point, if you are an employee of TCS, TCS might assign you for a GMR construction project. He'll assign you to GMR project. Hey, you go and work for GMR construction next 1 year or 2 years. Got it?
Yes, sir.
GMR will pay to TCS, TCS will pay to you as a salary. TCS will get a revenue from GMR Constructions. GMR Construction is a client to TCS. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Likewise, every IT provider will have thousands of customers in the market for different applications. You got it? Let's say,
Yes.
have you ever seen, let's say, applying for a passport?
No, sir.
Okay. So if you go for a passport application, if you try to fill application online, whatever application it come up, okay, that support is given by TCS. Okay, that is a central government application, right? Passport and legal affairs, right?
Yes, sir.
But for Indian government is given a contract to TCS. TCS guys are doing that, and the TCS is getting paid from a Indian government. Got it?
Yes,
For a TCS, Indian government also a client. If you join TCS, TCS might ask you to work on a passport application. If you have that skill,
yes, sir.
that will happen. Let's say in few cases, rare cases, if you join for a TCS, TCS also using SAP application, in their internal team, you can work. That is very less chances. Okay.
Yes, sir.
They have a lakhs of employees. They'll just recruit and they'll sign a contracts. They'll assign people in a contracts with the other clients. That's all they'll do. All IT providers.
Yes, sir.
It's a basic thing you should know. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, done. Now you join in an organization. Do you think from the first day onwards you start working?
No, sir.
What do you do?
They'll give some small works.
What small? No small work, no big work here.
Oh, okay.
Everybody is same.
Um,
First, you need to understand. Let's say if you join in TCS, maybe if you join in Wipro, first you need to understand the ways of working in TCS or a Wipro, right?
yes, sir.
Everybody has their own policies and procedures. Okay.
Yes, sir.
First 20 days or a 1 month, they'll give you a free time. Free time in a sense, immediately they'll not assign you some work, some customer, and they'll ask you to start working. Okay.
Yes, sir.
That will happen for like experienced persons like me or somebody who has already experience. For them, in some cases, not a worst case also, from day one you start work, at least a week, 10 days gap will be there. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Within these 10 days, what you have to do is their policies you have to read, understand, and you have to, there will be some kind of question and answers. You have some assignments. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So you have to read, you have to go for assessment. There will be multiple options. You have to give the right options and you have to pass that all policies. Okay. And
Yes,
your
sir.
concern you are giving in a sense, you read all the policies of your company and you are signing them. That is how it works. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Simple example, you cannot share any data of TCS to somebody outside. You should not use for your personal purpose, right? If
Yes,
you're
sir.
in an organization, you that those are their policies, right?
Yes, sir.
Later, if you work for any client, let's say GMR Construction, you're working. In GMR Construction, there is a one material which is very useful for you, you think, and you send it to your Gmail address. Okay, you
Yes, sir.
forward it. Then you are out of a job next minute only. Everything will be tracked. Okay,
Yes,
there are
sir.
policies. So to understand how to work, first this learning will be there. Okay,
Yes, sir.
that everybody call it as mandatory courses. Okay, first you
Yes,
have to
sir.
go through a mandatory courses, you understand, you pass it, and also they'll conduct 1 day or 2 day sessions. They call it as induction or a introduction sessions with you all. You will not join as a alone, right?
Yes,
Maybe
sir.
hundreds of people will join in a same day. Hundreds of people will resign in a same day, right? It's a,
Yes, sir.
it's a multinational companies. So for all the new joiners, how their policies work, how to access what, how to access their email ID, how to see your salary slips, everything, right? They'll explain you in a 2 days. They call it as an induction. It will be through a web session, maybe it's a physical session, whatever it may be, based on a convenience.
Yes,
So
sir.
after that the induction is done, you have a mandatory courses to complete. Once you complete all the mandatory courses, then your resume, your profile will be picked for the projects. Projects in a sense, I also work in TCS, you also work in TCS. Maybe I'm working from last 1 year, you just joined, 20 days are gone. You are a FICO resource. Currently, I'm working for maybe Mercedes bench client in a TCS. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So in my Mercedes bench contract, I have a requirement for FICO consultant. I need a person. So in TCS portal, they'll show your resume. So and so person has joined. She can join in your project if you're okay. I'll see your resume there. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Then what I'll do is I'll pick your resume. I'll just go through your resume. Then I'll give you a call directly. I'll call you. Okay.
Yes, sir.
In office hours only. So then I'll just have a discussion with you. So what kind of knowledge you have, what kind of experience you have. Then I'll take interview again. Remember, it
Yes,
doesn't mean that you got a job in TCS, you join a job and you are survived. No. Again in a project, you will get a interview call. Okay. If I call
yes, sir.
you, if your knowledge is okay, you answered well, then I'll take you into my project. My project in a sense, inside a TCS, you will be selected for Mercedes Benz project to work. Got it?
Yes, sir.
If I am not happy with your answers, then I'll reject for Mercedes Benz project. I'll put your resume rejected for Mercedes Benz. No need to worry. Maybe there are many companies, right?
Yes, sir.
Maybe somebody is a requirement in Tata Motors. Okay, TCS is supporting maybe Tata Motors manufacturing. Okay,
Yes, sir.
there I need a FICO consultant. Again, I can see you are available. Again, I'll call you. I'll have an interview. If you fail one time, you prepare nicely, right, for next time.
Yes, sir.
Definitely, right?
Yes, sir.
Then you will select. Obviously, one or two interviews you will select. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Once you get experience, maybe first interview only you will select for a project. Then once you join in a select in a project, again, next thing you need to understand in a customer side also you will have to get their system access, their mail access, their internal application access, everything. And again, client side, their policies also you have to read, their introduction also they'll give you, and you have to understand, you have to pass, you have to complete all their assessments also, mandatory courses. Means if you're working for Mercedes Benz, they have their own policies, right?
Yes, sir.
You need to understand them also to work with them, right?
Yes, sir.
There you will pass maybe 3 days or 4 days or a 1 week time again, right?
Yes, sir.
They'll give a time, maybe everything to complete, maybe 20 days or 1 month is done, right?
Yes, sir.
After 1 month only, then you will be introduced to project, right? Nobody works as a alone, right?
Yes,
If
sir.
if you join in a Mercedes bench, already there is a team of 20 members or 25 members already, right?
Yes, sir.
You will be introduced to the team. There are your team members, there are other team members in SAP, there are multi applications, right?
Yes, sir.
So tomorrow what we do is in SAP application, how the team will be formed, okay? Who all
Yes.
will be there in a team, okay? How the team size will be, what kind of concerns, who will resolve, what kind of issues, uh, based on a team, how you can understand the responsibilities we'll discuss tomorrow, okay?
Sir.
Today it's an important session we'll discuss here, okay?
Yes,
What
sir.
all we've discussed here, you just note down a recap and tell me tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
So I've recorded a session also, maybe I'll share you later, okay?
Yes, sir.